I have to apologize to you because I've been doing a terrible job keeping you updated with all that I've been doing. Honestly, I've worked on this car so much that there's a couple of points, and I'm sure you guys understand, that I don't want to film. I just want to get stuff done. So yesterday, or day before yesterday, I had a broken exhaust bowl in the very back, which amateur move I should have did before I even mounted the motor, but I didn't even think about it. So yesterday I had to spend some time pulling the head and putting new hardware in and pulling that bolt out and then putting the head back on. I got the headers installed, if you guys can see. I got them exhaust wrapped. Now, what I'm going to try to do today is I'm going to get this harness reconnected. We're going to see if we could do the first start today. So right now I'm going to go get some oil to put some oil in the car. I got a little bit of gas in the tank, and then I just got to connect the rest of my harness, and then I could go ahead and cut this off. As soon as I know that my harness works good, the engine runs, all my gauges work, we're good to go, and I'll start simplifying this thing. Right now, we're just testing the system. We're gonna make sure it runs, and then I could go ahead and start hella cleaning this up, getting it ready to go. So, all right, now since the starter is not hooked up, I have to jump the starter from the ground. So I'm gonna actually just set up the camera. So guys, pretty much I screwed up.
Again.
Yeah, again. Hey, that's part of it.
Dude, that light is shining on your face like so. You're glowing.
Oh, nice.
Look at that contour.
Dirty 30, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I messed up. Pretty much, I crossed my return line with my feed line on the intake, and what happened was it flooded.
Amateur. No, I'm just kidding.
It flooded my last two cylinders, and then the car wouldn't crank. Technically, it was gas hydrolock. So I just spent the last 25 minutes seeing what it was. I pulled the injectors to see. I was full of gas on the final injector on the driver's side, and then I had to pull the spark plugs to turn over the motor to get literally all of the gas out of the cylinder so I won't hurt anything. So now what I'm going to do is plug up these spark plug wires, and then I should be able to fire it up.
I'm happy that you post your mistakes because you never know who else might also make that mistake. So
I'll keep it 100. If I don't do it correctly, it's not correct. Well, I wasn't getting pressure to the fuel line.
that's crazy though. So why did it flood?
I don't know. That's a good question. I have to figure that out next.
Next in Trey series.
Mm-hmm. Okay guys, we got the car started. Now it's time to really clean this thing up and make it beautiful. All right, thanks to my lovely assistant over here. She doesn't want to be filmed, so she's not gonna get filmed. But she was in there troubleshooting with me, found out the issue, and now we're gonna get some taco hell and drop big logs later. Anyway, I'm super psyched. My gauges actually work, everything works. So now it's crunch time. Now I could really get this thing rolling, and I'm pretty psyched on that. So okay, now that the car runs, I could actually put my water pump back on. I'm gonna have to figure out the new AC, or not AC, the new alternator bracket, which I think I'm gonna purchase one online from eBay, from LS Swaps, LSXswaps.com, I believe. All right, guys, so yesterday I got the car running. Today I'm gonna go ride for a little bit, and then I'm gonna work on the car. I got a bunch of other stuff. Pretty much I got new header bolts. So yesterday was just to make sure my harness was right to get the car started. So I got new header bolts. I'm gonna pull the headers back off, make sure the holes line up perfectly, and then I'm gonna reinstall them, and then that'll be the final time I install the headers. Then I could actually run. I'm gonna clean up my harness later on, and then I got a push start button. So instead of doing the key, I'm gonna do a push start button. So I'm gonna be doing all of that here in a few hours, but first let's go ride some bikes. Had a very eventful weekend. Number one, it was my birthday. My wife threw me an awesome surprise birthday for my dirty 30th. Number two, on Saturday, I happened to get the car started. And then number three, I've cleaned up that engine bay so much. I've added a push start button, and a lot of things are happening to the car. So hopefully within a week or two, I'll be able to take it for our first drive. My dad has been super helpful. Today, actually, our washer and dryer took a poop, so we came up here to Conifer to pick one up, and it happened to be trash, so now we're driving back. But I'll give you a quick update on the car situation. Maybe we'll start it up again, and I'll show you everything and show you how much cleaner the whole engine bay looks. Now what's left to do on the car is I gotta figure out hydraulics. I also gotta order my power steering delete kit, which is literally a little block like this. It's really not much, and then the drive shaft. Everything else I could put back together as of right now, and I'm probably gonna do that when I get to the house. So reassembly is now, and then we're gonna be cleaning up a bunch of other stuff on the interior of the car. And last but not least, there is a contest, the last one at Evolve before they close. So this is the last week they're open, so I'm gonna be working on the car a bunch, but I'm also gonna be riding the skate park a bunch to just get every last minute I can out of the place before it officially closes. So you're gonna be seeing a little bit more BMX content. In the next couple days, and I will check back with you guys once I am at the house. Dang, look at this bad boy. Okay, so I got the headers wrapped, I got them installed. I've been working on all of my wiring, tucking it. I figured out the harness. I got some of the old harness tucked back in here where the old DME is. I have the rest of the harness ran inside. I also did something real cool. I got a push start button. I've always wanted one. Sorry, excuse the mess in here. But down there, I got a push start button. It's coming along. And I'm really, really excited. A lot of little button-up stuff to do. I got to figure out my cooling. Tomorrow, I think I'm going to go get all of my hoses. So if you guys can see back here, this is where all the heater stuff goes. So I got to run these all the way to up here to my water pump and make them look pretty decent. So yeah, that's the update right now. So making moves, guys. Yeah, I fired this thing up and it was shooting flames like crazy. So now I got the starter all wired up, and yeah, so we're making moves. I'm gonna continue to go right now, and it's only a matter of days before this thing will be driving. Okay, guys. So next up, what I'm gonna try to do is make my cable drive. So to control my throttle body. Pretty much I'm gonna make this out of bike cable, and I've done this plenty of times on my bicycle, so this actually is probably the easiest part of this whole build. Pretty much gonna run a bike cable to here, and then made it up to the pedal inside the car, and I'll kind of walk you through that. It's if you have bike pieces, it's no big deal. If you don't, it may be a bit more of an issue, but like, this is like the least of my worries right now. All right, so I lied. I ain't doing nothing else tonight. I'm just gonna call it with that. Thanks for watching this video. Make sure you subscribe to your boy and let me know what you think. And if anything I haven't covered, let me know. I'll try to cover it the best I can. Thanks again. We'll see you later. Peace.
But I wanted to do hood rat stuff with my friend.